StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as J Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 487.
Very nice.
Yeah. I am still dealing with the aftermath of my weekend, which my daughter Ellie very kindly decided that she would bike with me out to my sister's tree.
Mm.
Melissa's angel date was on Sunday, and yeah, we planted a tree for her and my mother-in-law out at Quarry Hill. Just a like funny slash word of advice if somebody offers to help you put sunscreen on your back while you're like going like this, because it was like, I don't know, it felt like the real feel was like in the 95s or whatever.
Hmm.
I had a tank top on. I normally am like wearing a shirt, but like I was like, oh, it's so hot, right? And so I'm putting the sunscreen on in places that I don't know that I normally do and can't reach really well. But I was like Miss Independence, right? I was like, oh no, I've got this, right? And Ellie's like, oh, I'll help you. And I was like, I helped her with hers because she has like really weird strappies on her top. And I was like, no, I'm fine. I got it all. I got it all. I didn't get it. I've got like a funny little like 7 on my back where like the line was and my finger got in. It looked like I've been branded. So yeah, the sun gods will smite you if somebody offers to help you and you're like, no, I got this. I got this. So yeah, but it's been beautiful here, other than some evening storms recently.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've appreciated it cooling off a little bit. I went for a walk though, and it was very smoky, hazy yesterday. So that was not my favorite, but still got out there anyway.
Yeah, the weather warnings have definitely gotten to my children because last night we are like, oh, it's nice. Let's open the windows and turn the upstairs fan on. And they're like, Mom, there is like a poor air quality. I'm aware there's poor air quality inside our house because it's been shut up for a while too. And thankfully, yeah, none of us have respiratory
Hmm.
yeah, concerns. So yeah, but definitely feeling a little like today now that I've slept in that air. So
Hmm.
yep. Um, all right, we do have some prizes to give away as far as Administrati. Thank you all for participating in our Make Your Luck craft along. We had 135 entries for the year. So I randomly drew 2 numbers from the 135. And then we also had the survey for our Patreon folks that I drew for. Interestingly enough, the favorite prompt thus far is your favorite hue. So people like making what they're making, their with their favorite color. And the other one was the inspired one. So yeah, something borrowed or something old, something new, something borrowed slash inspired, and something
Hmm.
new. So yeah, hopefully the new quarter 3 ones will rank up there with yeah, the high high on that. But yeah, we do have a Woolens and Nosh Afternoon Delight set. So some very fun like yellows and oranges and pinks. And then I have a Suburban Stitcher from her Fade of the Month Club in Tropical and Nanarita.
Hmm.
Nanarita as a duo. So
Yep.
sock set, a duo. I think this would make a wonderful down the road and back again, or any of those like 2 skein shawls,
Hmm.
or add in a mixer and make one of the big Stephen West 3 skein shawls. But
Very
very
possible.
like yeah, very tropical feeling over here. And then you have a prize.
Yep. So I have a sock set from Yarnicious, and it has some stitch markers in it as well from Monster Stitches.
Hmm.
So yeah, so you can have one of those.
Yes. So our 3 winners who will get what they're choosing from those 3 in the order in which they reach out to me. I'll be the coordinator. Is Jen Gall,
Yay!
Looney Hiker, and Mirtes. Thank you all for participating, and yeah, love the community. Love that we're making things and that we're sharing them with others. So yes, Jen, Pat, and Mirtes, please reach out to me and say whether or not you would like the Woolens and Nosh, the Suburban Stitcher, or the Yarnaceous.
Yep. But
Huzzah.
congratulations. And yeah, I am currently knitting a bunch of things. We can see if people want to knit along with me. One of our prompts for this.
I think I have something that matches with you, or at least a couple of other people, just by the sheer fact that like 50,000 projects of this exist.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
I
It
mean,
is whips. And you said
yeah,
you
with
had to move your camera because you had such a pile.
yeah, I shifted so that I could use the sofa that's sitting here to line them up. But I have a uh, Musabura or Musabura hat. This is, we had discussed kind of this being the watercolor version of it
Mm,
with the two
I like it.
variegated. So you can see that there's the brown and the blue in there.
Hmm.
Um, that's cruising along, but just as a side project, I haven't been really actively working on it. Another inactive project is my Muses, or the Muses, a colorway from Woolens and Nosh. I was knitting on this at the retreat. That first sock is done, 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 and then I stalled out here. So that one's sitting. But the thing that I have been cruising through is the socks for my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. So I'm on to the brother-in-law socks. I added a black toe just to make sure that I had enough of the prime color. So this is our retreat colorway, micro striping it up here in Queen City. And then
Hmm.
my toe is like a cashmere from Jeanette, Sun Valley Fibers, that was left over. And I don't think I would have known that, but I did actually have the label in the middle of the wall. So
Accidentally organized.
yeah, so that, and then I finished the socks for my dad. So then his wife requested blue and said that this blue and gray was okay with her. So we're going with this kind of tealy. It's Minnesota
Vein.
themed. I think it's 10,000 Lakes colorway by a really, really old, oh gosh, it just left me. The dyer, it changed hands a few times and they were at our retreat, but my brain
Three
has,
Irish girls?
yes, Three Irish Girls, yes. So this is from, um, I think the original dyer, who was out of Duluth. So this
So
is the
pretty.
10,000 Lakes colorway.
I see it. I see the lakes.
So pretty and
Is.
a pleasure to knit with. It is, and it's also a little bit different base. I can't remember if it's like a silk or
Mm.
yeah, there's something else in there that's not a standard base.
Yeah, you could sometimes you can use the silk as in socks rather than that yeah,
Nylon,
nylon.
yeah. But then the other two projects have been Queen City. So I've been on quite the Queen City kick. I have the start of that summer sessions tank from
Hmm.
Samantha. And so there's the blip that I got cast on. And this is so not fresh in my mind. I might have to review the sizing again. But very excited to have this beautiful color.
Yeah.
It's a
It
seafoam,
looks like drapey fabulousness too.
yes. And that is a merino silk blend. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm very excited about that. But I also signed up to do a test knit slash sample. And I don't know how much of it I'm able to show, but it is if you know this designer out on Ravelry, it's all of our pictures that we've been posting are out there in public. So um, it's a really cool mosaic shawl
Cool.
from the designer that's here in Rochester. Can't remember the name, so apologies.
Um
But she had that book with all the really cool. projects in it. So this shawl, it's got 3 mini skeins, and this is all out of the Lotta base. And so I am over halfway done, and it's due mid-August, and it has an applied edge. So we're trying to work really quickly to get the bulk of it done this weekend so that I have a couple weeks to work on the applied edging. It won't take that long, I know, but I'm just kind of like, I don't want to work on it. So I'm pushing through the fun bits here to get to the applied edging, because picking up along this whole long side basically is what I need to do. So I will say it is a really nice finish, so it's going to be worth it. And also, this isn't for me, so I'm going to do it.
Just keep telling yourself that.
But it's not for me, so it will be worth it. I'm going to make it happen. And that's all I had. It was a lot.
Yeah, you said like you felt like you had cast-on-itis.
Yes, I was casting on all the things. As soon as I finished a sock, I was casting on another, and then trying to work through all of these other items. But yeah, my main focus is on that shawl, except when I'm traveling, because it is a little too big to travel right now.
Ashley Wimpy is the name. Sorry, it just.
Thank you, Ashley. And it's the Ligh, right? Yeah, it's so Ashley, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. It just hit me. I was like, I know this. I know this. We interviewed her on the ZKN weekend.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's an Ashley Testnet, and I'm enjoying it. It was a lot of fun, and I will say that I enjoy the pattern in person a lot more than I did in the test knit photos. So I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I don't like blocked version of it, or I'll have to be really intentional when I block to make sure that it retains the same aesthetic that I like.
Yeah. Excellent.
But
All right. So for
yep.
me, you said about socks, casting or finishing one up, casting on the next one. That is me with the Musabura hats. Right now, I've got some deep stash from Sheep Dreamery. It's like a yellow, but you can see it's kind of flashing with some gray spots, which kind of makes it like, I don't know, if you look at it and you're not a knitter and you don't understand colorways, it looks like maybe I got like some soot or something on it. So maybe the person will not choose to wear that as the outside, but instead will choose to wear, this is actually a really interesting color from Knit Picks. So again, this is the Sheep Dreamery. This is the color from Knit Picks. And again, I know like color theory, like the addition of, sorry, I'm trying to make sure. I think it's like Aurora Heather is the name of the, trying to make sure that I accurately represent the, yeah, Midnight Heather, actually, sorry. Yeah, Midnight Heather. It really comes across, I mean, I like sometimes you look at it and this is a little more bumblebee. I was hoping to go a little more Michigan, I guess, with like the, yeah, there's the blue.
Oh, yes, it's very black
But the
on.
yellow, yeah, the yellow kind of turns it, I don't know. In certain lights, it almost looks greeny, right? Because that blue, yellow and blue make green. And you know, obviously right now it's kind of coming across as bumblebee and black. But yeah, really enjoying it. Grabbed the skein that I've had for a good long bit. I think she gave us a skein to knit up, or two skeins to knit up, and I made one of them, but not both of them. And so this one was in my single ladies. So went through and did a second or third or 17th pass of the single ladies with the Musselburgh and or Ellie's blue blanket last year. Used up a lot of my single ladies. There's not a whole lot of blue left now. Some browns, which again are not things that I think of would have like I would have picked up and been like, oh, I'm going to knit this. but yeah, enjoying it. It goes with me everywhere. It's been my on my go. And, if I'm not actively speaking in a meeting, I can be just like knitting around in a circle. Um, and so, or like taking in content, right? Watching television at night. Uh, and then I've also got my pier top, which is a tank that I'm making with the Queen City. This episode brought to you by Queen City, I guess. The Queen City Merino cotton. Really enjoyed and haven't done the lace motif in quite a while because I was working on adding the ribbing down at the bottom and the ribbing at the neckline. The neckline was a lot deeper than I was going for, and it hasn't stretched or blocked yet. So I added quite a bit of ribbing. And this pattern was not written for that. It was written to have like a rolled edge, kind of your applied edge.
Mhm.
But I'm adding my sporty modifications of adding some ribbing at the neckline. Next up, I've got like almost a full skein. It was just what I used to do like the portions that before
Mhm.
you worked aside fully, basically, of the other skein to do. I'm going to add a pretty significant sleeve, or at least I hope to. So I've
Mhm.
taken this Pierre top. She also has a pullover that is also the Pierre pullover, but I think it was a different weight. And so
Mhm.
I wanted like the weight of this top, and I'll pick up a sleeve here, probably do a mock set in, and then continue down. Gonna have to figure out how to do that in pattern. Probably
Mhm.
start with one of the motifs here, and then as I have enough stitches,
Oh,
I
you're
don't
gonna
know.
do it in pattern. I was just thinking solid
Yeah,
sleeve.
well, I mean, I guess I could do reverse stockinette, right?
Yeah,
Because that's kind of
the
the
under,
motif
yeah.
in between the motifs. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see whether or not I can figure out how to make it the number of rows that it needs to be for a lace repeat and also make it look good. But
Mhm.
that's probably why it hasn't made any progress since the last whip, or the last time I showed it on here. It's just like I need to sit down, I need to write down how many stitches I pick up at what rate. I need to I have to start documenting it because otherwise I won't be able to do the same thing the second sleeve, and I have to figure it out. So it's going to take some doing, and I haven't. I've just been making muscle bras. So, but
Go
yeah,
back to the
hopefully,
repeats. Yeah.
yeah, hopefully. I mean, again, I wear. Yeah, this is if it were a tank, I would be worried about not being able to wear it as much, other than like as a shell underneath something else. If I didn't finish it real soon, but I am planning on adding sleeves. So, yep. Those are my two active whips. I say active, but I don't have a great deal of other whips that are inactive. So yeah,
Mhm.
those are the things that have been taking up my knitting time.
Fair.
Yeah.
And again, like I've been so busy, but I needed to make more progress on the mosaic and yeah, I'm currently in a color, so that's awesome, but the light bits actually go really fast. Not as fun, but really fast, which
Yeah.
is also kind of fun. I don't know,
Yeah.
but color more fun.
Yeah.
um, but the applied edging is back to the white. Although I will say it's probably going to be fairly relaxing. Like there's probably not going to be a lot of mental work, remembering the lace and when to do something. So that will probably also go quickly. Who knows? Maybe
Hmm.
this weekend I'll do a quick block and it'll be ready to pick up and do the applied edging. So um,
As Amy mentioned, if I believe this, sorry, Whew. Sorry, my sneeze. This Pier the designer of this Pier top is having a craft along right now, so I could use that
oh,
as one of the twinning projects. I definitely feel like we've got some as I mentioned earlier, some Musaburas that people could join in and be like, hey, I'm twinning with one of these other people that are making,
Well, and if
you know,
you
you've got me.
and when this ends up on an episode, like I'll probably show it even if it's not an FO session before I mail it off. It will end up being kits. So also an opportunity. You can knit with the kit and knit whatever you want, or you can knit with the kit and knit the exact same thing. Yeah, because it'll be the same yarn.
Opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you all. Bye. Bye, Ufta. I was like, wait a minute, that's not how